Welcome. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the live. Oh, I'm talking. Talking and the doggone thing was on mute. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live. I was supposed to be live earlier, but I had a lot of things that I had to do. Um, you said I came from the struggle. We know what to do. Facts. It's a lot of people that didn't come from the struggle. You want to know why? Because a lot of people refuse to struggle. That's why. A lot of people have kept themselves in bondage away from the struggle. They will literally keep themselves in a position to continue to, they would rather be a slave than struggle. And I know a lot of people gonna be like, duh. Night night. All right, I'm back. My bad. So, a lot of people, you said them the ones scared. It's our turn. Exactly. That's exactly what I've been saying the whole time. What's up, Abdur, whatever. Um, yeah, that's exactly what I had been saying all day. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty. All of the people that struggled for years, or people that was raised in the struggle, people that don't have no shame in struggling, people that don't have no shame in their game, it's pretty much our turn to shine now. All those people, all that money people was flexing with, and I'm not saying this to like, you know, I ain't hating on nobody or nothing, but you gotta ask yourself, was it worth it? Oh, hold on. Um, you gotta ask yourself, was it worth it the whole time? All that flexing on the internet, showing off your car and your house and how much money you got and all of that. Was it really worth it? Was it? Because now everybody's struggling. It's literally, I'm gonna be honest with you. I went into the thrift store a few days ago, right? I have never in my life seen the thrift store as packed as it was that day. When even though, look, I know a lot of people don't have no shame and stuff like that, but the people that was in there were people that are afraid to struggle. These are people that are afraid to show that they even shop in the thrift store. You can see them hiding and stuff behind the racks, trying to put their head down, and they acting ashamed. And these is people that got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all, my live stream keeps getting interrupted, so I apologize about that. Now, what was I saying? What was I saying? I was saying that yeah, these people was hiding and stuff like that behind the racks or whatever, putting their heads down as if they're ashamed to show that they are shopping in the thrift store. Bruh, I have been shopping in the thrift store all my life pretty much. And there's times when I would go to an actual store to buy my clothes or go online or whatever to buy my clothes, but I don't see what the problem is, you know, with some used material. I'm gonna just say some used material because you can't wear everything that people wear, but yeah, I really don't see nothing wrong with it. And the thrift store that I'm talking about, they have a lot of deals. Every time you go in there, they got 50% off, 75% off, 25. I mean, you need that type of stuff in these times, man. Especially if you feel like you growing out of your clothes and you can't afford clothes. I'm telling you, man, you can literally go to the thrift store and get you some shirts or something like that and some decent pants for a decent price. I would have never thought that I would have been able to get like 12 items for $15, especially in the times we living in, because everything is so expensive. 12 items probably more than likely would have been like 100 and some bucks, you know, maybe 70 ish if that, but it turned out to be $15. And people are packed up in a line. I mean, I've never seen that place that packed. Never. Because people don't really shop at the thrift store because they are afraid of judgment from other people, you know. They afraid that people gonna judge them for what they have on. But see, my thing is, I don't care what nobody think about me. I don't, I'm gonna wear what I wear. I'm going to dress the way that I dress, as long as I ain't dressing like no doggone Jezebel. You know, I'm not afraid of what anybody has to say about what I have on or, what I do with my life. Because it's complete strangers that is ready to judge. And a lot of people are very emotionally sensitive about judgment from other people that they don't know. Which I kind of find very weird. You know what I'm saying? Because why do you care what the next person think about you, and you don't even know them, and they don't even know you? So yeah, you wasting your time. Um, you're wasting your time and you're wasting your energy even giving a fuck. Just want to be clear with that. What's up, Mr. Carter? Welcome back. Um, so I just want to say, like, a lot of people are afraid to struggle. They afraid to even, and let's be 100. Even the people that did come from the struggle, some of them is afraid to admit that they are struggling. I mean, that they have struggled in the past. They feel like, oh, well, since, I came up from the struggle, I don't even want to dig back into my past and even talk about my struggle. Like, you got to understand that your story definitely can inspire other people. But a lot of people don't want to tell they don't want to tell their story at all because they don't feel like it's relevant enough. And I just want to let you know, like, you should always tell your story because you never know who it can inspire for real. You got long lines at the grocery store, people just, right. What he said, long lines at the grocery store and people just standing there like, they look at you and turn their nose up because you are not afraid to show that you're struggling. You know what I'm saying? And it's no it I keep trying to say it's no joke. It is no secret. It's no secret. We all know what's going on in the world. We know that the economy is outrageously just outrageous. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, it's a doggone shame how a loaf of bread is like $6. It's a doggone shame how a box of cereal is $8-9. It is a shame how the fruits and vegetables is more expensive than the doggone food. But they want us to eat healthy too, though, right? Um, so yeah, we know these things, and we know that the taxes on everything is extremely high. And like I said before, I tried to get some stuff offline, and I'm telling you, when I tell you, I exited out that app so fast because there is no way that the shipping fee costs more than the items that I put in the cart. They talking about the shipping fee is $14. I would be damn, you know? I'm just gonna figure out how I'm gonna get to the store. Cause yeah, I'm not nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and then this will also, the struggle will teach you how to budget too. Because it will put you in a position to where you would sit there and think to yourself, like, man, do I really need this though? Do I really need this? Am I really gonna eat that today? Because now it ain't got to a point where people are starting to shop daily or weekly, because you got to figure out how to save the food in your crib. But it's like the struggle will actually help you become a lot more self-disciplined. And it's a lot of people that need that. They need that. They need to go through the struggle, unfortunately. Um, it will also take your pride away. All of that pride that you had, you know what I'm saying? That struggle is gonna help you take the pride away. Trust me, it did it for a lot of people. People done lost their cars, their homes, they lost their jobs. And I'm not talking about right now, I'm talking about over time. There's people out there in the world that probably felt like, I ain't gonna never lose my house. I ain't gonna never lose my car. I ain't gonna never lose my job. And then they either, house got burned down, couldn't afford the car note anymore. They got laid off of their jobs, stuff like that. Like, people be having too much pride, man, for real. A lot of people in this world has what you call pride, and that's very bad. You said you and Lou are on. Oh, he is? You on live?
Yeah, I'm restarting though.
Oh, okay.
I'm restarting though. The way my wife just said, oh, she comes out.
I wasn't gonna be on here that long anyway though. I was just trying to get on here to talk about
She finna be on there for a while,
the
y'all.
struggle. No, I'm not. Just talk about the struggle, man. Cause I really have a live stream that I'm supposed to do tomorrow.
I'm doing the draft, so this is gonna be tomorrow's last game.
Are you doing a draft? Yeah, I'm gonna be going live tomorrow, y'all. I ain't have the opportunity to do it today. Um, yeah, tomorrow, between 1:45 and 3:45 in the afternoon. Um, between that time is when I will hit the live. So anytime between 1:45 and 3:45, I'll be live tomorrow. And I'll be talking about what we're talking about. And for those of you that don't know, I do like 3 to 4 hour streams. Sometimes it can be under 3 hours, depending on if I feel like getting off or not, or I got something to do. You know, sometimes it might be under 2 hours. Who knows? But yeah, um, better ask Mr. Carter. You know what I'm saying? We be in the live streams having fun. Um,
Having fun.
I'm not about to let him keep talking about me in my voice.
Don't think I'm take over your life.
um, so yeah, y'all gotta stop being scared. Like, stop. Just stop being scared of being of I guess being laughed at, and people pointing at you and putting you on social media, or you just being a talk of the town because you're struggling. Everybody is struggling, okay? It's no secret. All right, everybody is trying to figure out how they can make ends meet. Everybody is trying to figure out how they are going to feed their
Everybody's
families.
struggling.
Everybody
I
is.
just had
It's
Anthony
no
know
secret.
it was a squirrel on there at the door trying to borrow some food.
It was a squirrel trying to borrow some food.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
squirrel struggling too.
squirrels are struggling now. Ants are struggling.
Look,
Bees are struggling. They don't even want to die.
I'm just saying, look, when it was hot outside one day, I was sitting in the back and I was watching the ants. Okay? And call me weird if you want, but I love to watch nature. And I like to look at what insects do. Um
Honestly, y'all, I love watching my wife,
I like to
especially when
watch
she
the
get mad.
birds. I like to watch the squirrels. I like watching to see what they do, what it does, what they do, how they live, all of that. So I'm watching the ants on the ground, and they form a long line. They're walking in a long line, and they're coming back and forth through the hole. back and forth through the hole, back and forth through the hole. And guess what they're doing? They're helping one another with the food to get the food to where they need to get it to. And they are all helping one another. You know? Isn't that beautiful? I'm watching the ants come together to help people. Talking about help people. I'm watching the ants come together to help one another. You know, they're helping with the food. However they go, man. I don't even know how to explain it. I used to know how to break that part down really good, but us as people, we can't even do that. Can't even help each other. All we gotta do is we're gonna sit and talk about each other struggling. You talk about this person because they're buying. Oh, another thing that people do is they intentionally will buy expensive products from out of the grocery store because they don't want anybody to clown them for having something off brand. Why are you so concerned about what this person behind you think of what you're putting up here to get rang out? You know, you afraid that they gonna clown you for having a off-brand loaf of bread. It's like people just literally have to prove that they are not struggling. Uh, what's up, Time? What's up? I appreciate you for stopping in. Um, yeah, you know, it's a shame. It's a shame. Um, put a one in the chat if you here, cause it's funny how I just seen the chat move and then now it says 0. No, sometimes YouTube plays with this live stream or whatever, but anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, people are so weird. They intentionally will buy a name brand type of cereal and spend $10 on some cereal because they are afraid of a stranger looking at what they buy, you know, or they just want they have people coming over their homes and they don't want their company to clown them for having off-brand cereal or off-brand bread, and I'm telling you, people will buy these expensive products. And then they be the main ones that get online and complain about how things is extremely expensive. But honestly, I seen one lady buy a bottle of ketchup for $10. A small bottle of ketchup, and then she got online and complained about it at the same time when she's the one that bought it. What are you doing? Like, why would you buy a small bottle of ketchup for $10 and then get online and start complaining about it? You know what's crazy now? Every time when I talk about the struggle too, a lot of black people don't have nothing to say. A lot of black people get so damn quiet when I mention the struggle. And I say stuff like, oh, the struggle is real. And then it's just complete silence. And it's like, what? You ain't never struggled before a day in your life? You know? And they're just afraid to admit that. Like I said, they don't want to, they feel like they'll be a goofy. A goofy. Why do everybody just focus on being a savage so much? Why is the main focus being a savage? You got to be black people want to be savage through everything. It don't even make no sense. You know. That's another one too. They dare you to call them broke so that they can prove to you how they're not broke. If somebody call me broke, I'm gonna say, "Oh, okay, you right." But guess what? I ain't broken from within like you is. That's all. You said coming from the struggle is not a bad thing with a little bit of pain. With a little bit of pain back can get you through the hard times. I'm just so thankful that my pops made me so efficient to rely on no one. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I had that family though that was like on some independent black woman type stuff, you know. I got the type of family that's just like, yeah, you could do bad all by yourself, independent black woman. I don't want to be no single black woman my whole life, man. I just because y'all was single and miserable or whatever the case may be, or single, strong, independent black women with children, like why does that have to be an ongoing thing within the family? You know, I'm breaking generational curses. I am getting married. I am going to be with somebody for the rest of my life. We're going to have a huge family together. Um, I'm not about to be a strong, independent black woman that can do bad all by myself. No, that's the problem now. That's the problem now with today's society. And just like my husband was telling me that he went to the store earlier today and um he said the spirit of Jezebel is so strong now. Ever since this situation has happened where the food stamps is getting cut off, oh my God, these women are out here and they willing, excuse me, these women is out here and they willing to sell themselves, bro, to these men. I want to say this to my men. Be careful. Be careful. Because I'm telling you, these women are so desperate now. The same women that swear up and down they could do bad all by themselves. Oh, they can't do bad by themselves no more. Now they need a partner, okay? These the same women that called you broke, a bum. They, you know what I'm saying, put you down throughout the whole year, all last year. Now they gonna need you. Now they willing to sell themselves to you. And beware, these women are I'm telling y'all, these women are going to literally fool you. I'm gonna just say that. They're gonna fool you. And you don't fall in the trap. Don't sleep with them because a lot of them is probably planning pregnancies right now. They're planning pregnancies, and if they're not doing it, they're planning and figuring out how they can trap the next man. And you're gonna see a lot of women get a lot of, alterations done to their bodies. You know, you're gonna see a lot of, the Jezebel spirit is about to be very strong. I'm telling you, it's already strong. When I went outside yesterday, I could feel it all in the atmosphere, and it's just crazy how my husband had to be around a lot of women today at the store, and he said, "Man, you could see the lust in their eyes, like you can." And all due respect to me as his wife, but I literally seen it for myself yesterday when I went outside. It's like you can see how women are. It's like they too prideful at this point though, but they want to get on their knees and beg and plead and ask, can you please be here for me in my life? I need a man now. I can't do this by myself. I'm no longer independent. Can we have a relationship? A lot of women are going to be getting rejected too. The same women. And this is just what I feel though. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I just feel like a lot of women is going to start getting rejected and stuff now. Especially if it's a lot of smart men out here that's like, nah, I was trying to mess with you last year, and I was trying to mess with you this time, and you ain't want nothing to do with me because you said I ain't your type. You said I ain't got no money. You said you could do bad by yourself, and now you want me. you know. I'm gonna be honest with you. All like I said, all of the people that's struggling now, it's definitely about to be our time to shine. Because a lot of people is going to rely heavily on our advice. They're going to need us in these times. They're gonna be like, man, can you please help me? How did you? But see, a lot of people also are so prideful, and that's a shame. People so prideful, man. They can't even open up their mouths and really say it though. I mean, man. Exactly, Jake from State Farm. I was just thinking that. I was thinking to myself, like, this reminds me of that Mike Jones song. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. You know what I'm saying? And look, that's how it's about to be. He was saying a lot of women was, eyeballing him like, ooh, mister, can you save me? I said, oh, they done missed their beat. It's too late. He's taken. And honestly, to the women that rejected him, I feel bad for y'all because he is a really good man. He's a really good man, a father, a husband, all of that. But women will look at him and be like, couldn't be me. He ain't got no money. Hell no, no. And it's like, you look at these men for what they have, right? And now that it came out that everybody is struggling, and you can't hide away from the fact that you're struggling too, and everybody sees that you're struggling. Now you like, I wouldn't mind having me a man right now. He ain't gotta have no money. It's cool now. I don't care. I just need somebody to be here with me, like take care of my kids and make me happy. And now you want all that. But you didn't want that a month ago. You didn't want that 2 months ago. 2 months ago, these niggas was bums to you. They was dusty. They was bums. They ain't got no money. All, and then what's crazy? A lot of people are jealous of people that are humble with their lives. They're humble with their struggle, is what I want to say. A lot of people are very jealous of people that are satisfied with their life, even through the struggle. And then you get marked and called lazy for being satisfied with your life. If you don't have no job and you're comfortable with the way that you live, and you're just living to live, and did I say that right? And you just living, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much. You don't care about materialistic things. You don't care about money. You don't care about this female or this male. You don't care about, you stay away from drama. You just pretty much humble. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't like that. They feel like you lazy and you need to get up and you need to do something because they're the ones that's doing it. And they're not happy with their lives. The real truth is you are a mirror to them. And you are someone who they want to be. You remind them of how they could have been. So they get jealous. And they feel like they can be you better than you can. You said 7 women shall cling to one man. Yep, that is in the Bible. It is. Everybody got this and this goal. Man, it's like they lusting. They out here lusting. The spirit of Jezebel is going to be so strong in the year 2026. To my men that are very vulnerable to women, please, whatever you do, be careful. Be careful. Because they about to be out here lusting. Okay, and they will do anything at this point. They'll do anything. I'm telling y'all, watch what I tell you. In 2026, these women, if not 2026, the very end of this year. But I'm not even going to say, because I'm no psychic. But I don't know. If I'm seeing it now, I know for a fact when we get to next year, it's going to be even worse. The spirit of Jezebel is going to be very strong And these women,
and like
they ain't gonna care if you ain't got no money or not, no more. They don't care. They need a man now. And they know now that they should have been patient in the first place. You know what I'm saying? See, everybody is in a rush and they in a hurry to get somewhere and they ain't going nowhere. That's the thing. People just so in a hurry to chase an image. And now all of this chasing of the image that you've been doing, if you lusting for someone, you still chasing the image. Why you lusting? Because you know that you have to look a certain way and make enhancements and different, changes to your body and whatnot. A lot of women gonna be in a gym next year too. They're gonna be in a gym. A lot of women is probably gonna be content creators. They're going to. I'm telling you, man. They done ran out of options. They ran out of options, and OnlyFans, they might do that, but at this point, they are going to. The tables is gonna turn. I feel like women are gonna start coming at men more now. They already are, but they're gonna get to a point where they're gonna be like, "What's your number? Write your number down right here." They've been doing that, but it's gonna be worse, and it's gonna get to a point where y'all men gonna have to keep your pants buckled. Real talk, because these women, they got something for you. Oh, they got something to offer you. Oh, they will trap you. Trust me. Especially being that if they know that you could potentially slip away from them, and you could slip right up out of their fingers and go find you somebody else, they're going to put you on a leash. And the best way to do that is to trap you with her opening up her legs, getting pregnant by you, or the child support courts. So be careful. And do not get these females pregnant. Please, unless you ready to settle down, you done found you somebody, y'all loving on each other and stuff like that. Y'all plan on, live, having children together, getting married, all that good stuff. Other than that, please do not sleep with any of these disgusting whores out here that is lurking and on high alert for a man right now. The same men that they call broke and bums and you ain't got no money and all of that. And what can you do for her? How much do you make per year? What type of job do you have? And all of that. Oh, you got too many baby mamas and I don't like the way that you dress and I don't like the type of car that you drive. All of that. Same women though. They're gonna be lusting for you. And if you're vulnerable and you easy like that, oh, you an easy target. You an easy target. A lot of these women gonna start trapping these men into relationships, rather it's toxic or rather it's them wanting to just, have a child. Rather it's toxicity or it's just them wanting to intentionally get pregnant. Y'all gotta understand something. The only thing that's going to help these women now possibly is child support. Child support is the only system that I can think of right now that is still around, that is still locking men up right now, even when people are going through a housing crisis, layoffs, just the unemployment rate is skyrocket high right now and people is struggling at an all-time high, and the child support courts still want money, bro. They still want money, and if they can't get it, you're gonna go to jail. They know you can't get no job. It don't matter how hard you break it down to these judges. They know that, but they still are going to lock you up if you ain't got no job, and if you ain't working. Then you like, bro, it's 2025. You see what's going on? They don't care. But see, that gives the women hope, because they like, okay. Oh, I refuse to struggle. Oh, I refuse to struggle. Oh, I'm gonna lay down with him and I'm gonna get pregnant by him because I will not struggle. I'm gonna file this child on my taxes. You know, they need to abolish child support. I'm just gonna be 100. They need to abolish child support and find another avenue for support for a child. Or better yet, I don't know, man. They should just make it to where, when a child is born, the parents of the child sign a form stating that they are willing to co-parent or something like that. Man. Now, if the guy is a danger, or something is wrong with the guy or the female, I don't know, man. But I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I feel like they should just get rid of child support. It's one of the worst, one of the many systems that is very corrupt. Yeah, these women, man, y'all gotta be careful. Y'all gotta be careful. They about to be out here very thirsty, lurking. They already, getting BBL enhancements. They're getting prepared for the struggle, baby. They getting prepared for the struggle. They said, oh no, this is something that's happening to me that I've never, ever, ever imagined happening, that I never want to happen. I'm gonna make men want me. I'm going to do this to myself, do that to myself. Even if they don't get any body enhancements, they probably gonna just dress extremely disgusting. If they can't dress disgusting, being that it's, started getting cold outside, they're just gonna be lusting, They're gonna be staring at you. They're gonna be ready to get your number. Y'all just be careful, man. It's a lot that come with this struggle and stuff. And especially being that everybody has to experience it pretty much, it's a lot that comes with it. It's division that comes with it. A lot of division, people still gotta figure out any type of way how we can divide amongst one another. It's just sad. You got people that work full-time jobs and people that don't work at all, people that work part-time, and people just clashing. People don't even see the principle in this whole entire situation. It's the fact that we were supposed to rely heavily on the Most High God and not the system, not man. But people are showing that they would rather rely on man. No matter how many body enhancements you get and, how hard you are lusting for a man at this point, at the end of the day, the biggest principle behind all of this is y'all are not relying on the Most High God. Everybody is relying on this man and that man and, this person and that person. Y'all still haven't seen by now that these politicians will always fail us, bro. This is all a stage play. It is a game to them. It is a joke to them. This is it's at this point, live your life. Just live. Forget all of that. Forget the left, the right. Forget, all of that, man. I ain't trying to say forget the bills you gotta pay, but don't let it stress you out. Don't let it. This is all a game. At the end of the day, it's a game, and it is a merry-go-round. It is a merry-go-round. It's a hamster wheel, and it's just gonna keep going around and around and around. Every time you pay a bill, say for instance, you gotta pay a bill on November the 20th, right? You pay that bill, and it's gonna come right back around again, and then you're gonna get tired of paying it. So how are you going to slip away from paying your bills? Make sacrifices. If you sick and tired of doing it, just don't do it. Simple. Shit. And let's talk about all of the people that will rather have a nice apartment. And so you literally finna sit up here and pay $3,500 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment because you in a high rise and you right off the water And now you struggling. Now you like, damn man, how am I gonna make it? Downsize. Get you a decent place in a decent area that's cheaper. Also, another thing that a lot of people is doing now is they're selling their homes. They're selling they selling their homes and they breaking their leases to go live in their car because it's cheaper to live in your car. But at the same time, you can't even really live in your car because it is a crime to be homeless. So, what does that tell you? And you know what's crazy, y'all? Before I end this, I just have to say this. Do y'all see where all of this is going? Remember when they talked about the food shortage early this year, or was it last year? They had been talking about a food shortage for a minute, right? This SNAP, EBT SNAP, is the start of the food shortage. I'm not sure if you guys have paid any attention, but it's more to it right now. See, all of the working class people and, the people that swear up and down they don't rely on the government is actually reliant on the government for a check, right? You just getting it in another form. But, what was I about to say? Damn. I was going to say, so the grocery stores, if the grocery stores don't get a lot of business, they're either going to have to up their prices, lay off some of their employees, or maybe just close up the stores because they're not getting enough money. And a lot of these grocery stores rely heavily on food stamps. They do. And there is I believe it's more than 42 million people that get food stamps. But yeah, it's over 42 million people in my eyes that get food assistance.
Take over.
Huh?
They get food assistance. What's up, y'all? Y'all assisting motherfuckers with food? Or what? We ain't playing with y'all. What they say? What they say? Yeah, man. This motherfuckers out here, right? What did I just say before I ended my live? I said, good point. I said, people out here, y'all know what I just said on my live? I'm gonna say it on my wife live. People out here working so they family don't look at them different. People out here working so their friends don't cut them off. People out here really working for their pride. They not working for no damn bills. They just don't want nobody to say that they lazy and they don't want to. And people they mock death. But they afraid to struggle. Like, how the fuck do that make sense? How you clown somebody for dying, but you afraid to struggle because you've been working for 27 years straight.
Right. But you got enough balls.
But you got enough to the courage to mock somebody who dead.
Exactly.
That shit's crazy, bro.
You mocking the dead, but you don't have the balls to say that you're struggling.
A lot of people fucked up because they didn't struggle. A lot of y'all ass need to struggle.
I just said that.
Humble the fuck out of
just said that. And I wasn't even trying to say it like that. I wasn't trying to you know what I'm saying? But let's be honest. How are you going to be able to get through anything in your life if you don't go through anything? Because experience is one of the best teachers. And I'm surprised a lot of adults still don't realize that, man. Like, seriously. Right. What do I look like struggling? You look like everybody else in November of 2025 that's struggling. Or that's trying to make it work.
People really think they can avoid the struggle.
They really do. They really do think that.
Think y'all could avoid the fucking struggle, bro? Trust me and my wife tried, bro. We tried every fucking avenue. We tried working jobs. We tried having multiple jobs. We tried fucking everything you could think of to keep from struggling. But you know what, me and her, I went to my wife and I said, I ain't gonna lie, baby. I feel like God wants us to struggle. I don't know what it is, but it just seemed like we just chasing an endless race. So we stopped running the race.
Yep.
And we started living in the marathon.
Yep.
And we on the journey right now.
It's
so
the
we ain't
journey.
Worried about the destination like everybody else out there in the world.
let me tell y'all. So y'all remember? I think it happened a week ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Jamaica, had a hurricane. I think it a Category 5 hurricane.
I heard about that.
Yeah. Towed Jamaica up, right? So I'm looking at videos of some of the Americans that were uh pretty much stranded over in Jamaica. You got people in the comments giving their opinions, and they feel like they could have left because they had more than enough time to leave. They had the warnings, but they just wanted to stay. But then you got the Americans that was over in Jamaica saying, "No, there was no way out because being that the hurricane was coming, the flights started getting canceled and the airport started shutting down or whatever. So they pretty much trapped us here." Um, there was this one black lady and her husband that was on the news that was talking about how they were stuck there. And she just started like talking about, I mean, they just look like a very bougie couple, you know what I'm saying? With a lot of money. And she just was like, well, I mean, it's just so sad what's going on here. I just hope that we can get back home, with no problems. And honestly, it's just sad how the bar got shut down. Can't go get no steak like I wanted to. Can't get. Meanwhile, she brought up the fact that the people that live in Jamaica are eating bag lunches. And she's saying they eating bag lunches, but I need to go and eat me a steak, and I can't eat any steaks. And I can't, go out to eat and go to the restaurants like I planned on doing. And, because of this hurricane. And I'm looking like, do y'all see how evil and prideful people are? They will literally watch people suffer. They will watch you suffer so they can go finish doing their own thing. But turn around and not even realize that they're suffering with you, though. She's so prideful, she still couldn't see past the fact that she's there, she's stuck, she's suffering too, because there's no way back to America.
How many black families came together during this crisis?
What, Jamaica?
I mean, melanin is just regular, Americans.
You talking about doing this crisis right now?
Yeah, I wonder how many black families came together with the food stamp shutdown.
Amazing question. How many black families have came together?
That was a great question.
That was a great question. How many black families have actually came together in these times that we living in right now? To hear that 42 million.
Tyrone robbing Pookie for his little,
Exactly.
His check.
Exactly. Tyrone out here robbing Pookie for his work check. Facts. That is true. But how many families can we say have actually decided that they want to come together in a black community now, being that 42 million people are about to experience a battle with getting their food stamps, if they get any, and even if they do, it's probably more than likely going to be way less than what they usually get. There was this one lady who said that she seen a video on TikTok of this guy who was opening up he's a 60-year-old man, and he has health conditions, and him and his wife rely on food stamps or whatever, but the state that they live in only gave them $135 in food stamps together. So they struggling, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he opened up his fridge and he's shaking or whatever, because he don't got no food. So obviously when you ain't got no food and you haven't ate anything, you already know your blood sugar, what is it? It goes up or it's down?
Low.
Oh, it's low. Your blood sugar is low. When, you know what I'm saying, when you ain't ate. Trust me, I had that feeling yesterday, and I got when my blood sugar is low, I get sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I gotta throw up pretty much because my stomach is so doggone empty that I gotta eat something. But I didn't have really no appetite yesterday, and I wasn't really hungry. And then all of a sudden, my stomach said, "Get your ass up and go eat." Because I'm just used to eating one meal a day anyway. But anyway, yeah, the guy was shaking, and he was basically like explaining to the people that, hey, I need help. Is there anybody out there that can help us? You know what I'm saying? Like, the government saying that they're not gonna give us our food stamps, and me and my wife only get $135 in food stamps anyway. And so the lady that was explaining this, she was like, it's crazy because $135 in stamps would probably get me through less than 10 days. And honestly, $135 in stamps in Chicago,
really gonna make it 2 weeks? Really?
you're not.
That's what we started.
If you don't have no food in your house, $135 will be gone the same day that you get
We
it.
started at like 165. That's what we was at.
Huh?
That's what the stamp started at, 165.
Originally?
Yeah.
What you talking about for one person or
Yeah, one person.
165? I ain't know that.
That was you know,
A minute
you were
ago.
a youngster, yeah. That was
You
like,
said I'm a youngster. Wow. So yeah, you know, but see, people, and I'm gonna just be 100, the American people, and I'm not gonna say all, but some people have became so damn selfish now that they will look at you and be like, help you. I can't even help myself. What you gonna do for me? And it's like,
you gonna bust it open for me?
right, they can help themselves financially, but they can't help themselves mentally. That's the problem. So
sitting here asking their family, what you gonna do for me?
Right.
What you mean?
You know,
What you mean? What I'm gonna do?
people really, especially the black families, you know what I'm saying? When you tell one of your family members you need help, they say stuff like, well, what you gonna do for me if I help you? What the hell do you mean? We are family. We supposed to stick together and help. What do you mean? Why are you gonna watch me struggle? What the hell? But times we living in though. The real times we living in. And y'all, I'm gonna be 100 with you. This a little off, right? Off the topic. But I just want to say this. Me and my husband is not finna play with none of y'all ass out here no more. I'm not finna keep speaking to nobody. I'm not, because I have...
You have a good heart.
For real, I could tell you now that I don't have to speak to anybody. Real talk.
I be caring about motherfuckers and shit. That's why it's like, I'm gonna just cut your ass off because I get to caring about you and wondering if you alright, and then genuinely wanting to speak to you, just genuinely because I thought we was cool. And you just turn on, you turn, maximum shifter. It's like, alright, shift your ass on, stay shifting, and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they shifting in a whole nother dimension. My thing is, I only speak when spoken to, majority of the times, okay? And people will sit and have a whole conversation with you. This is how weird people is. They'll have a whole conversation with you. They'll ask you what's your number so y'all can exchange numbers so y'all can talk more. People is just weird like that. Every time they see you, they feel like it is an obligation for them to speak to you and stuff like that. But when you just randomly want to speak to them, they'll ignore you. When you feeling like, you know what, let me be the one to speak to you today. You know what I'm saying? They ignore you.
Yeah, so ignore the fuck out you. They acting like they meditating and shit.
I've been noticing a lot of people do this, and I don't.
They act like like people so fake though, cause it's like it only take 2 seconds to speak to a motherfucker. Technically, you ain't even gotta like stop talking if you want a phone to speak to a motherfucker. You can literally hand up, hey, and just keep on moving.
Exactly. People act
People
like
are like
they
they be
have.
so damn
They
basic
so
and shit.
scary. They just feel like, oh, I'm afraid to end my phone call to talk to y'all or to talk to you. You will see a person and you will say hey to them, and they'll do way too much to let you know that, oh, I'm on the phone. Like, I don't know, man. I ain't trying to look. I don't even know how to explain it right. I'm trying. I don't know who can relate to this, but I have been seeing a lot of people act like this lately. They just so weird. You know, they'll speak to you every single day, and the minute that you decide that you're ready to that you want to speak to them first, then they'll ignore you,
Nope.
and they'll act like you don't even exist. And then when they feel up to it, they're ready to speak to you when they see you again. And it's like, I'm not finna play with you. So overall, my whole principle is like, we're not about to play with anybody. It's getting real out here. We don't have time to sit and identify uh who's gonna be a part of our journey and who isn't. In the dough, if you fake as hell, stop talking to me. Please. If I even sense fakeness, I don't even want you talking to me. You don't have to say anything to me. I don't have to say anything to you. It's still respect there, though. And that's what a lot of people got to understand, too. Just because you don't speak to me does not mean that I don't like you. It doesn't. It's still respect. And I respect people boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And people respect, if you respect my boundaries, I respect yours. You don't have to speak to me. I don't have to speak to you. But if you genuinely want to speak to me, then I'll genuinely speak back. If I genuinely want to greet you, then if you want to greet me, then you can. If not, I don't care. I'm not emotionally sensitive over a random stranger not saying hello back to me. I'm still gonna go on about my day and live my life, because what is the journey? So I just need people to understand that um you know, I don't hold no grudges towards anybody because they decided that they don't want to speak to me. I just find it very weird and odd and fake as hell when people just, they will hold a whole conversation with you for like 2 days, and then you will see them again, and then it's just complete silence and they don't have nothing to say. They was doing all that, hey, how you doing? Hey, every day. Then they went to hold a conversation with you, and now they just completely silent. They don't got nothing to say. Nothing. That's why at that point it's just like, please stop talking. And then they start acting like you're bothering them. They start acting like you're a nuisance to them. And you want to know why that is so? It's because within those matter of days that they've talked to you, or whenever they did talk to you, they started to look at themselves. It was like a mirror. They started to dislike you and remove themselves away from you because you remind them of who or what they could have been. Now, I don't want to say that that's the case all the time, though, because some people, they do just like tend to distance themselves. But I don't know, man. I feel like that stuff is very weird, you know. And I really do feel like it's weird and fake to really hold a full blown personal conversation with a person that you don't even know. If anything, there's boundaries, when it comes down to a person that you don't know. It should be something so simple as hey and bye. For real, man. Because when you let random strangers into your business, they start to overdo their parts. Even your own family too, to be honest. Own family and friends, but yeah. Strange times we living in, strange ass people, weirdos, creeps, pedos, gang stalkers, NPCs, what is the name? Shapeshifters, skinwalkers, bots. Man, people is just so weird nowadays. It don't even make no sense, bro. It really don't. So I said a lot. I really did. Hopefully y'all can kind of like understand what the hell I'm talking about. I'm about to get up off of here, and I'll be live tomorrow. So make sure that y'all looking out for the live stream tomorrow between 1:45 and 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, or should I say Chicago time. Yeah, y'all keep y'all head up out here. Be safe out here. These people is weird, evil, and just full of chaos. And you got a lot of people out here that they just ready to cause conflict because of the fact that they don't want to accept what's going on in today's world. They don't want to accept that. They want to continue to be in denial, and they want to continue to trust in man. Yeah. So, my husband falling asleep on me, y'all.
She lying, y'all. See, I'm wide awake. See how them people be getting on you?
Nah, I'm just playing. Alright, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. Make sure you hit the likes on this stream. And yeah, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, y'all. I'm willing to accept support in any way there is if you want to support the channel. All you gotta do is just subscribe, like the videos, Cash App, Super Chat, doesn't even matter. I appreciate any form of support. And I just want to say, wake them folks up.